Okay, good very early morning, sunshine. We are starting the day off fresh at 4 a.m. No, I did not light the candle for the video. In fact, I accidentally left it burning all night last night because I thought that it was going to burn out. It didn't even look like a flame. So, anyway, this was a little bit of a shock as I woke up and saw a fire burning in my kitchen this morning. Unfortunately, this week I have been struggling with laryngitis, and today is day 5 of practically no voice. And fortunately, I can sit here and actually have a conversation with you. I hope that it is not too strenuous to hear what I have to say. But what this does do is keep my yapping short. So, right now, I start my day out with a cup of Dandy Blend. It is a caffeine free coffee alternative made from dandelion root and roasted chicory. And it's a good, delicious start to my day if I don't want to hit it hard with caffeine. And I don't know, all this research about cortisol, caffeine, early mornings, blah, blah, blah. So, this is my way of getting around that. It seems a little complex, sure, but all that it is a couple drops of almond extract, a couple drops of coconut extract, a little dash of honey, a half a scoop of a coconut milk creamer, like a powdered creamer, and it's got mushrooms in it. I'm not sure exactly which mushrooms. It's not psychedelic mushrooms, but some sort of immunity boosting mushroom. And then milk. That's it. So it seems a little complicated, but I promise you it's not. And it's a delicious, as I like to call it, almond joy coffee, almond joy latte, whatever. And of course, as I'm making my coffee this morning, I hear a noise over in the background. I'm telling you, we have got mice like crazy in this farmhouse this winter. I think they must have got a hold of the tortilla chips or something back here, but I heard a rummaging. Not long after I wake up, Chris comes down shortly, so I make him a cup of coffee and we head off to the living room and start our day. This is when I get nice and cozy on the couch and start my devotional, and sometimes Chris and I will have a little bit of conversation. However, he is not much of a talker in the morning, so I've got to like restrain myself big time. Otherwise, I can see he can't handle all that I got.
Okay, here we go. Grabbing my my second cup of coffee and trying to be very quiet because everybody's still sleeping. It is 5:30, 5:45 in the morning, and I just got my Bible study done, did some work on the computer, and then now I am starting to sit down and kind of plan my day. I don't normally spend this much time planning my day as I am right now. I would normally be working. I'm trying to do social media marketing for my farm store. This is when I'll do some YouTube video editing, some website building, and just like this is kind of mostly computer business work. If I have that computer out and Theodore is awake, he's ripping cords off, smashing on the keypad. It is an awful situation. So right now I'm actually working on some framework for my admin day. So give me a second. I'm going to grab my sheet of paper. It's chilly in here. So I'm going to try and be quiet because the kids are all sleeping still. And this is pretty much every single morning is me getting super cozy on the couch and getting some work done. So This binder is my like full mama binder. This has everything in it that I need to run my life. So what I'm looking for is this Wednesday admin on office day. Now, what I have listed so far is kind of stuff that just very generic tasks that need done. Today, I am, like right now, I'm going to go through and really fine tune what I need to do on my Wednesday admin days. And that was all she wrote. Oh, you snagged that real fast, didn't you? Little slide thing. Here, hang out. You say, that is in my way. Okay. So Theodore woke himself up at 6:30 in the morning, which this is kind of the tricky part about having children and trying to get anything done with your life. I mean, duh. But, I like on an ideal day to have between 4 and 7 to get work done and crank out work. No kids. No kids allowed. But anywhere between 5:30 and 7:30, the kids wake up. So that portion between 5:30 and 7, it's like, who knows what's going to happen. If he wakes up before 5:30, I'll nurse him and put him back to sleep. But after 5:30, it's just kind of like, whatever. You're awake, buddy. So anyway, in the 45 minutes that I had before he woke up, I did get my office and admin planning day sorted out a little bit better. And basically what I did was created, instead of just a list of general tasks that I wanted to get done, like mail, bills and budget, phone calls, emails, instead of generalizing like that, I did what the author of Get It All Done, crud, I can't remember his name and I can't remember the title of his book, but it's a Next Actions book. I'll list it. I did what he recommends and basically create next actions for each of these big tasks that I have. So for example, let's just say mail. Okay, what do you mean mail? What do you do with mail? Mail is sorting my inbox. So I go through my inbox. I basically break everything down into what I do next. So another good example might be something like cleaning, house cleaning. Okay, if you gave me a list and told me to clean the house, I'd be like, well, you go clean the house. Like, what do I do with clean the house? If you break it down into dust the TV stand, dust the surfaces, wipe windows, vacuum the floor, this breaks it down into very clear directions on what you have to do. And with a brain like mine that just kind of needs to be told what to do next, this is extremely helpful for me. So I broke everything down into steps, what I need to do next. That is my list that I wrote. I did not even get a chance to finish getting myself ready today. But I need to, sorry, you don't really want to see my butt. But I have a daughter who needs to get to work soon. So I am getting breakfast done before I'm totally finished getting ready. However, I should be getting breakfast done now anyway. Like, breakfast should be done by 7:30. Today's a little bit behind schedule. More. Let that melt. Today's menu is egg sandwiches for breakfast. Get some eggs cracked. Theodore, you really made a mess. We're doing open face sandwiches, so just so you know. Well, you don't like dippy eggs, right? No, you don't like dippy eggs. See? Wasn't it you that wrote that for me?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Comes in handy. This needs to get nice and hot. Otherwise, the eggs will stick. They will stick. Nope. It's a sizzly, not as sizzly as it needs to be. Now because of that, these eggs will probably stick, which is not a big deal, but it just makes for, I don't know, a nastier looking cook. Now, Selah made a cheat sheet for me. She listed everybody in the house who likes what, fried or dippy eggs. So I've got that there. Good morning, my little waffle pajama lady. How are you? Let's see. Oh, that's a little fried.
I have started taking the Primal Queen supplement, which is basically just organ meats ground up into little capsules to help with hormonal imbalances. And this week we had a set of twin lambs born. So today my farm store is open, so I'm getting flags and signs put out and getting ready for the public. I do a quick inventory of the meat and see what I need to pull out of the walk-in freezer and bring up and restock. And then into the dreaded tundra. It is about -3 degrees in here. And let me tell you, you can only handle a few seconds of it at a time. And I have this thing so packed full of meat right now because we had 3 cows processed, 3 sheep processed, and still are working on a couple pigs and a couple hundred chickens. Trying to get in and out of here is a nightmare. I try and do this once a week.
Love looks different from time to time. It can look scared and it can look tired. Love can bring peace and it can bring war. Love is always worth wanting more. But our love is made of something real. It's made of something sweet. Times words don't go that deep. Honey, dig in, find your inner peace. I got roses to give, with thorns on the leaf. But honey, it's me.
And now, once the farm store's open, Gemma hangs out there and runs it for me and checks people out when they come in to make a purchase. I am headed inside and I'm starting to get a load of laundry done. Well, let me tell you, this new addition has a wonderful laundry room on the main level, so I don't have to go up these nightmarish steps anymore. I just myself have fallen down those steps at least 3 times. So now while Gemma is getting the bananas ready for the freeze dryer, I start cleaning up the kitchen from breakfast and go ahead and help her get this freeze dryer tray loaded up. Bananas are probably our #1 favorite freeze-dried snack, and in fact, I do end up selling them in the farm store because we love them so much.
Roses to give, with thorns on the leaf. But honey, it's me. I'll always give you me. Honey, and the stars are always guarding, watching, waiting, looking, speaking.
Now, as the day's gone on, I've noticed my throat start to get scratchy and a little sore, so I grab myself a cup of tea and am trying to help soothe it. Let me tell you, it's loose tea in one of those little strainers, and it has like a rim of dusty tea grossness stuff along the edge. I was not expecting a mouthful of that. So since today is my admin and office and paperwork day, I'm going to spend the next hour to 2 hours starting to work on my boring list of all of those responsible tasks that need done. And just like any normal day when I'm trying to get something done, the kids come running in and tell me that a mama sheep is having lambs. So she had just dropped her one little brown lamb there, and here she is having her second.
Honey, dig in, find your inner peace. I got roses to give, thorns on the leaf, but honey, it's me. I'll always give
Now,
you
this particular evening, I needed to get hay out for the cows and the sheep and the pigs. Well, Chris is normally around that he can help me do this tractor work, but tonight he's working late, so it's up to me to get the hay out. Let me just tell you what, I definitely can use the tractor and get stuff done in the tractor, but I am not very efficient with it. So, what will take Chris 15 minutes takes me like an hour. So, I'm kind of fumbling around here getting this hay out to them, but we did it. Gideon and Shay helped me get 2 bales of hay out for everybody today. Then we head back inside and start to get dinner ready. Tonight we are having steamed basmati rice and the wild caught salmon that we get sourced in from a family in Alaska. I always keep a bulk tub of rice, of einkorn wheat berries, of rapadura sugar, and then a handful of other staples in slightly smaller quantities. But this is my dungeon of a basement, which I secretively am terrified that there's a snake hiding in the rafters that's going to bite my neck. And tonight, Shay is my dinner helper. So each child has a night of the week that they get to help me make dinner. This not only can be very beneficial for me from a time standpoint, but also it's teaching the younger kids to be responsible so that way one day they can make dinners for us. Well, thanks for coming along with me on a typical day around the farm, and I hope you had a wonderful time in getting to experience a little farm life.